a test of the new tech ATXnews.club and also AustinTechNews.Live. This is just a test. I'm using Restream Live Studio to test out streaming to a number of different sources. So I'm just going to make this short. Good morning. It's according to my day timer, it's Wednesday, or it's Thursday, March 11th, 2021. And today's events, I'll be on the Alex Lindsay office hours from 7 a.m. in 9 minutes to 10 a.m. And at 11 a.m., I'm going to watch Moby's Get on Camera. And then tonight at 7 p.m. is the Internet Marketing Party with Dave Gonzalez. So there's some great events coming up online in Austin today. And this series, the ATXnews.com, will talk about how Austin has attracted the likes of Oracle, Palantir, SpaceX, and others, and what it's like inside of Texas' growing tech hub. Recently, I was on Clubhouse, and Josh Baer and Mike Maples and a bunch of people, Michael Dell, started a Clubhouse session. It went from 0 to 3,000 people in about 5 minutes. And Josh said that the next decade in Austin is going to be unbelievable. Well, there really aren't any words to describe the next decade of tech in Austin. The last 10 years have been pretty phenomenal. In fact, the last 30 years have been fairly phenomenal. I got my start in tech when I moved to Austin in 1980. And the first job I had was not in tech in Austin. I got a pickup truck and some land, and I went out to Giddings and worked as a roughneck in the oil fields, drilling, pushing drilling pipe in and out of the ground and repairing pumping stations and doing that. But then I actually ran into a tech company. I heard about this tech company that had just opened up in Austin. They were called BPI, Business Professional Industrial. It was a company started by a guy named Randy Moss. No, not the Randy Moss that is a wide receiver in the NFL. The Randy Moss that started 7-Eleven. And Randy needed an accounting system for his stores, his corner stores, his 7-Eleven stores. He called them the corner stores. So he started this company with Ken DeBauer called BPI. And I got a job there. And I was amazed at the number of early stage computers that were around back then. Everything from the Tandy to the NEC 8023, the Tandy series of computers from Radio Shack. There were a bunch of luggable computers. There were about a dozen different pre-IBM PC computers, and we wrote software excuse me, on floppy disks for those computers. Floppy disks, 5.25-inch floppy disks that hold 360K of data. But man, that's where I really got to start. That was really a wonderful opportunity, really amazing opportunity. And I was very fortunate to have gotten a job at BPI. BPI was on Guadalupe Street. It was just north of the university. I think there's a laundromat there now. There was a Zen, for a while there was a Zen cafe there, macrobiotic cafe. But back then it was BPI systems, and we cranked out all this software for all these early stage computers. And then one day, some guys in suits stopped by from IBM, and they had a box with them. They said, we want you to help us write the software for this box. It was the IBM PC. Man, were we happy to get that box in-house. So we helped them tweak their DOS, their disk operating system. And of course, back then there was no Windows. There was just DOS, DOS. And so we helped IBM with their operating system. They actually had two operating systems. They had DOS, and they had their own internal version of DOS back then. But so the ATXnews.club, I'm gonna start building that website today. I got to dust off my WordPress skills and get on there and create some content. I'm going to put some links on there to Austin Tech news sources and start pumping out some articles, and then we'll have this Austin Tech News show whenever there's breaking tech news in Austin. We'll try to keep you posted on breaking news as it breaks, as it pops up. And then in the evenings at 6 p.m., right after the nightly news on all the national networks at 6 p.m., we will have a show, and it'll be primarily on Mondays and Fridays, although we may have shows during the week also, but definitely on Monday, definitely on Friday, 6 p.m. Central Time in Austin, Texas. So I hope you all join me. And if you've watched this, please put comments. Because this is a test, and I need people to put in comments that they've seen this, and let me know how the audio is, how the video is. I'm going to do a quick video test here of my video sources. Let's see, how do you do that? Setup. That's not it. Let's see. Dashboard, events, analytics. I don't see how you do that. I'm going to have to learn how to use this Restream.io. Disable camera. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I gotta figure this out, how to switch cameras. So I'll just stay with this camera, but I'm going to end this now, and I'll be back, and just check out, there's two websites. The primary one is ATXnews.club, and there's also a backup site, which is AustinTechNews.Live, Live. Thanks a lot for joining me this morning. Thursday, March 11th, 2021. And we'll be talking about South by Southwest also, because it's coming up in just less than a week. It'll be coming up, and we'll have very good coverage daily of South by Southwest. So come join me again. This is Paul Terry Wallace. Have a great morning.